Yes, we're continuing.
Just imagine what it means. His name was written in the book of ha-reshon. In the beginning of the Yetzirah of the world, there was a book where in that book Shmuel was mentioned. Can you imagine? Just stop and think a minute. My name is Daniel Caplan. It would be written in the book of Daniel Caplan. In the book of ha-reshon, it was written Daniel Caplan. What a feeling that is. You mean your name was written in that book that before Avraham Avinu came to the world, before there was a clock? It's like, yeah, it was written. And it could be it was really written. Daniel Caplan, a Rosh Yeshiva he won't be, a Maggid Shir he won't be, but teaching weak people he will be. Wow, what a cover that is. In the book of ha-reshon is mentioned. And what did he do, this Shmuel? The holy Amora Shmuel, he went and he asked all the sailors that go in ships to the Yam, he went to the port and he went to the sailors, and I imagine that sailors are not the most idle of people and not the most intelligent people. They probably sit on the boats for weeks and weeks doing nothing, dreaming. Of course, they help with the boat. I don't know what they do there. But it's boring time, and the mind becomes empty. And he went to these people, to these low-class people, and he asked them, do you know what kaloch means? There's a Mishnah b'Memad. Look, I don't even know if they were Jewish, these Nechusayam. Maybe they were, probably some of them were, but it doesn't have to be. There's such a thing in our book that's called Mishnayos, that it says there a wig that's made out of kaloch. You know what it is? Did you ever hear it? Did you ever hear in any far out country, someplace when you travel, maybe they travel to America, who knows what. And did you ever hear from the Indians in America if they had some kind of wigs that are called kaloch? Who cares if you ever found it or you didn't find it or you know what it means? There's certain wigs that they don't burn so good. That's what I would have said to Shmuel if I would have been there. I would have said to him, what are you so interested in that? You're going to say a shir on it in the yeshiva. You're going to say Torah on it. You're going to write a siman in one of your sforim on it. No. The Mishnah is coming to tell us that ain't madlikin with psilas, that the fire doesn't catch on so good, because he might come to tilt the keli and make it burn better. So the Mishnah gives examples. In the time of the Mishnah, they knew what it is, and now we don't know what it is. And the idea we have, the Gzeir of Shemayata we have, so there'll be one thing that we don't know what it is. What's so terrible? No. There is a word that's in Torah Shabbal Peh that was given to Moshe Rabbeinu on Har Sinai, and that word is kaloch. And that's one of the things that don't burn so good. So he was matriach himself. In fact, I was thinking, where was Shmuel? He was in Bovel. Is there any sea around Bovel that you could go to the sailors? Is there any port over there? I don't know. I don't know geography, but I think it's in, okay, maybe there's the Nahar Pros. Maybe that's what there is. Okay, good. And he was matriach himself to go out of the Beis Medrash and to question these sailors to find out what kaloch means. But since it's a word that's written in Torah Shabbal Peh, it's important. And even after, I don't know how much Torah you're going to say in it. And I don't know how brilliant it's going to be. But this is a word that's mentioned in the Torah. It's important to know what it means. And he went there. And this is, I would add, that you can't really gloss over it, because if you really understand what these things are, lechesh and chosh ha-reshon and kaloch, psilas oidon, psilas hamidbar, birokash al pnei hamayim. If you know what these things are, so I would think that each one that doesn't burn so good, it's a different kind of not burning so good. It has a different problem. It's not exactly the same that the fire doesn't catch on. And on each one of these things, the Chazal were able to go into the das b'nei Adam and understand that the person is going to tilt the keli because they don't burn. This kind of not burning good and that kind of not burning good. And I don't know, I really, it's hard to explain, but let's say one of them, the fire jumps. And one of them, the fire stays small, it never gets big. And one of them, it keeps turning around. I don't know what, and all kinds of things. You might think that maybe this one we should be gozer not to use, and that one not. So it comes out that maybe if we'll know what kalach means, we'll have a stronger, a better understanding of the gzeira that the Chazal made. So it was kedai to go around and asking the sailors that they should explain to us what kalach is. That's because the Chazal really misunderstood that everything is important, but really everything is important. Even the things you might think boring, and you might think they're not brilliant, and you might think dover reiku. So in that the pasuk says, "Kilo dover reiku mikam." It's your own fault that it's reik. Seinatem you gain, but if you really know that every word of Torah is important, so you won't ask such a thing. And I just remembered a Gemara in Bava Metzia Daf Lamed Gimel, and the Gemara talks about what's called a Rebbe. Who does a person have to consider to be his Rebbe? So the Gemara says, one man domer says limdo chachma, one says rov chachma, one says. Then there's a man domer Rabbi Yossi that says afilu loher eina velo b'mishna acha zeu Rabbi. He's called his Rebbe. And the Gemara says Rava said kigon Rav Schora. The Asbran Rav Schora explained to me zuama listron, a certain spoon that's mentioned in Mishnah is Kalim, Perak Yud Gimel Mishnah Beis. It says over there, the din of this Keli, is it Mekabel Tumor or not? So it's called Zuama Listron. And he, Rav Schora, explained, Rova, that it means, Rashi says, Akaf Gedola, that they push the Zuama, what's left in the bottom of the pot, they clear out the pot from what's left stuck to the side. Rava said that he's considered as Rebbe. He explained him one Mishnah, not just the Mishnah, not even a Mishnah. He explained him. He translated him a word in the Mishnah, and that the Gemara says he's considered as Rebbe. And then the Gemara says that there was a certain Talmud Chochem, Hahumer Rabbonim, that he explained to Shmuel. Again, we're talking about Shmuel, the same Shmuel. He explained him a Mishnah in Meseches Tomid, that it says over there that he stuck his hand deep down into a hole in the wall of the Heicha, of the Ulam. Echad Yered Lamas HaShechi, V'echad Poshech Kevon. He opened it right away. She explains it over here, and he explained him this Mishnah. And when he died, this Ben Torah died, so Shmuel tore Kriya on him. He tore his Beged on him. Explained him one Mishnah where? Meseches Talmud. Not in Bava Metzia, and not in Kiddushin or Gittin. In Meseches Talmud, that not too many learn it now. They explain explain him that Mishnah, and then when he died, he tore his beggar. And we have to understand that it wasn't just a hanhogat of a frumkeit. When Shmuel tore his beggar, that means that he felt his pain. He felt the chesaron. He felt that something is missing in the world. Like it says by the brothers of Yosef that they found the money in their sack. Or when they found the govia in their sack and they knew they're in big trouble, that Yosef said to them that I was so good to you, and here you stole my govia, my cup, my golden cup. And what did he do? They tore their begodim when they found the govia was Bamtachas Binyamin. And now what are we going to do? We're in such a difficult situation. We don't know what we're going to do now. And that brought the whole Yehuda that he said, Man Omer La Adoni Man and Daber Man It's Taduk. And then there was Vayiga Shel of Yehuda because of that. And he said, Yeshiv Na'avducha Tachas Ana Eved La Adoni. I'm going to become your Eved instead of the Na. And that made the Velo Yochel Yosef Lisapik. And it was Miskala the whole Yosef and Yosef Hoda Vichem Chai. Hoda Vichai. That was, where did it all come from? It all started with the Vayikru Simlosim. Shmuel Torah's regadim. This Ben Torah that he knew a Mishnah, he knew a half a Mishnah, a line in a Mishnah. Echad Yored describing the tzur of the Beis HaMikdash. Echad Yored Lamas Hasher Evecha Pasech Kevan. Oi, he's not here. This person that was Megala Achelik in Torah is not in the world anymore. How could the world go on? He tore his begodim on him. That's when you know the chashivas of Torah. That's when you know the value of Torah. And this we have to know these days that we're holding in Dar Boim Yom right after Maimed Sinai. We have to try to learn. When we learn Torah, we should learn Maimed Sinai Dik. And I remembered also another Gemara that I once was in a certain shul on a Shabbos, in a certain neighborhood, and there's the Rov of the shul learns with the Balabatim on Shabbos afternoon, and he was learning Kiddush in the Chof Hayamid Aleph, and he started reading the Gemara, and he's reading and translating and reading and translating. The Gemara in Chof Hayamid Aleph tells that the Savi de Nezunya, they didn't come to the Shir of Rav Chisda. They didn't come to his Shir. So he said, Rav Chisda said to Rav Amnuna, go put them in Cherem. You hear that? Put them in Cherem. So he went there and he said, so first Rav Chisda, Rav Amnuna, he sent Rav Amnuna. So Rav Amnuna said to him, why didn't you come to the Shir? So they said, because we asked him a shaila and he didn't answer us, and the Gemara goes into the whole sugya, Eved Shasir Rabba Bebeitim, is that called a Mumsa Begoli or not? A whole sugya. But I said, I was thinking about this Rav. How could you just read over the Gemara and just go on? Why don't you bring it to life? Look at what it says here. One time they didn't come to the shir. How many times does it come that we missed the shir, whatever shir we go to, if we go to? They didn't come to the shir one time. So it happens. No. Rav Chisda said to Rav Amnuna, go put them in Cherem. Rashi says, Losh Nidui. Saninu, tell them they should stay home. They should stay closed up in their houses, the literal translation of the word. Because that Rashi brings a Talmud Chacham that you're menadeh, you tell him, he covered v'shev b'veisecha, stay home. That's how you put it in the Cherem.
Rabbi Caplan, we're breaking again. Thank you.